What's happening, guys? So, that truck in the thumbnail, that's Buffy. That's my 2017 Ram 1500 Tradesman quad cab. It's got a Hemi, it's got 321 gears, and that's about it. It's about as base, bare bones of a pickup truck as you could possibly imagine. She's been maintained fairly well. Oil changes about every 6,000 miles, give or take. She's gone through one water pump, she's gone through one wheel bearing, and that's basically about it. That's all the maintenance that truck has seen in its 200,000 miles. Matter of fact, when you're watching this, that truck will have more than 200,000 miles on it. And this is the type of truck that truck buyers are looking for. Something simple, something reliable, something that is familiar. This truck is also economical in the type of fuel economy that it delivers. Regularly going over 20 miles per gallon on the freeway, which, where I live, the speed limit is fast. 75 miles per hour will get you run over down here. But if I'm really minding my P's and Q's, I can manage over 23, 24 even in some cases. So it gets good fuel economy numbers. It runs extremely well. Matter of fact, at 200,000 miles, I think it runs better than it did when I picked it up with just over 20,000 miles. So it's quick, it's fun, it's punchy. This is the type of pickup truck that pickup truck buyers are looking to buy when you're looking for a work vehicle. Something you can rely on, something that is always going to be there for you. Now, I say everything that I've just said to ask you a question. What do you feel the longevity, the durability of that new Hurricane twin turbo 6-cylinder is going to be in the new Ram 1500? Aside from whatever teething problems that platform has, it's still a little bit early to really develop a sophisticated argument that it is either very durable or regular or not very durable. But I will say this. In initial reports, it does not get the same type of fuel economy numbers that the Hemi does, at least not for like vehicles. Now, that may or may not be a big deal for you as a truck buyer, but one thing might be. See, Buffy, my 2017 Ram, runs just fine on 87 octane, although it does run a little bit better and does nail down a little bit better fuel economy with 89 octane. Where the Hurricane Inline 6 will run on 87 octane, but in my experience driving them, it runs very poorly. It does not deliver advertised power or even what feels like anywhere near it, and you really do need that 89 or what the owner's manual would ask 91 or better octane to get optimal performance out of that engine. I read into that rated horsepower. But it's the lack of simplicity. It's the need for better fuel to get the most out of that engine, or at least to get expected numbers out of that engine is a better way to put it. And that's kind of a strange place to be. I mean, you can question the reliability, but you can't really question, or at least it's difficult to question, the poor fuel economy that those vehicles are laying down when compared to their V8 rivals, if you will, siblings, predecessor. But what you can't take away is that driving experience. The V8 is just punchier in general. That initial tip-in throttle response is just better. And I gotta be honest, the way that Buffy runs compared to how the other truck was that I drove, guys, it was night and day difference. It's so much so that I even asked the sales guy, is there something wrong with this thing? That's how much of a concern that I had, only to find out that it was 87 octane in the tank, and that's the reason why that vehicle ran as poorly as it did. So less economical in terms of fuel economy, less economical in terms of the type of fuel that you've got to run to get, well, what you would expect to get out of it in terms of power. Is there a reason for the Hurricane 6 outside of just a power number? Is it a global initiative? Is there an absolute got-to-have reason for an engine like that? So far as I can tell, again, reliability is yet to be seen, but there's not a lot of upside to it. You can say that, yes, it makes more power, especially if you're running the right kind of fuel, but I gotta tell you, I've been driving this truck, Buffy, for the last 180,000 miles of its life, and it has never failed to be entertaining to drive, if nothing else. Since it's shown to be overwhelmingly durable long term, I'm left wondering, if you're buying one of these trucks as a work truck, do you expect the same type of durability, or are you going to buy one and expect to get rid of it at, say, 100,000 miles or so? I'm curious to hear what folks' experience is with that Hurricane 6, and I'm hoping that as this video ages out, that more and more guys that have the Hurricane 6 will find it, listen to it, have their input, and be able to let us all know from the beginning how things started, and throughout their ownership experience, what that engine was like long term. And with that, guys, post up your comments, let me know what you think, and let me know what your experience is, and we'll catch you on the next one. That's a wrap.